I'm David. I'm a product manager at Lens.
Yeah, Alan, smart contract developer on Lens protocol.
And we're going to give a quick overview of how Lens works, as well as kind of a bit about how we think about apps that are built on top of Lens. So Alan, you can start us off.
Yeah. Ok, primero quiero contarles un poco por qué estamos haciendo Lens. Básicamente, hoy en día las aplicaciones sociales tienen problemas principalmente de censura y no tienen portabilidad, composabilidad e interoperabilidad. Y esto se debe básicamente a que la base de datos está centralizada y tiene un único dueño que tiene control total y acceso sobre esa base de datos. Entonces, lo que estamos haciendo en Lens es queremos cambiar esto y lo que hacemos es usar la blockchain como base de datos para crear un social graph abierto, descentralizado y permissionless que permita a los desarrolladores armar aplicaciones sociales arriba de Lens usándolo como infraestructura base y que puedan enfocarse en la experiencia de usuario y no en su adquisición, ya que todas las apps van a estar compartiendo la misma base de usuarios. Y esto permite al usuario básicamente ser dueño de su social graph a través de su perfil y su relación con su audiencia.
So as Alan was saying, some of the problems with existing social media is fundamentally you don't own your data. Your data is owned by the applications which you use. Facebook, Twitter, we all know their names. And Lens kind of offers something different. Lens is a decentralized social graph protocol that developers can use to build social experiences. You can build apps and tools on top of a composable and decentralized social graph. This allows you to focus on the user experience instead of user acquisition. The user of one's Lens app is also the user of another. Fundamentally, all of the data belongs to the user and they choose how to share it. The Lens protocol additionally empowers creators. You can post from a singular front end and it will go to your audience regardless of what app they are using. They own the links between themselves and their community, and it forms a fully composable social graph. So how do we do this? The Lens social graph is built on NFTs, standard ERC 721. It all centered around the profile NFT. This is your profile. It has your profile image, your name, all kinds of different metadata you can define, as well as all of your posts and publications. When you post, you're posting to this profile. People can follow you. So if I wanted to go follow Alan on Lens, I would call follow on his profile NFT, and a follow NFT will be issued. So again, following is directly on chain. And lastly, there's posts, comments, and mirrors, the ways you actually post to the graph. These are not NFTs. They actually live inside of your profile, but you can add logic to monetize them and turn them into an NFT. So instead of just tweeting randomly, I can make a publication and I can sell, or of a photo, and I can sell that 5 times, 10 times for 5 Matic, 5 ETH, you pick the price.
Ok, entonces yo antes dije que uno puede ser dueño de su social graph. Bueno, ¿cómo Lens logra esto? Es basando la arquitectura de Lens en NFTs. Hay básicamente 3 entidades principales, que es el profile, los follows y las publicaciones. El profile NFT, básicamente cuando uno se crea un perfil en Lens, está minteando un NFT y quien sea que sea dueño de ese NFT, quien lo está holdeando en su wallet, tiene el permiso para actuar sobre ese perfil, que es básicamente publicar a través de él. Luego está la operación de follow, cuando alguien hace una operación de follow sobre un perfil y esta es una operación exitosa, se mintea un follow NFT. Entonces también somos dueños de la relación de follow. Y por último tenemos las publicaciones que no son NFTs por default, pero pueden ser coleccionadas como NFTs a través de una operación que es coleccionar o collect. Todos los NFTs siguen el estándar ERC 721, ERC 721. Eso permite a los NFTs de Lens ser interoperables con todos los protocolos que aceptan este estándar y las herramientas o marketplaces. Así que tranquilamente podrían alquilar o vender su perfil o sus follows dependiendo del caso de uso. Bueno, antes mencioné las publicaciones. Tenemos 3 tipos de publicaciones. El post, el comment o comentario, y el mirror, que el mirror es como un repost, básicamente. Entonces, el post es básicamente contenido. El comentario es un post que apunta a otro post, básicamente. Y el mirror es básicamente simplemente un puntero a un post o a un comentario. Así que no tiene contenido. Cuando hablamos de contenido, Lens es agnóstico del storage, del almacenamiento. O sea que cuando uno postea en Lens, lo que está posteando es el link o una URL al contenido que contiene los metadatos del contenido. Entonces, uno podría elegir postear en IPFS, AWS, on-chain, off-chain, público, privado, dependiendo del caso de uso.
So as Alan was saying, when you post to your profile, there's 3 different types of publications. There is the simple post, the comment, and the mirror. The post itself is just content. This can be of any content type: text, image, video, anything. The comment has content as well, but it also has a reference to another publication. Again, the content can be anything. And lastly, there's the mirror. The mirror is simply a reference. A mirror is a repost similar to like a retweet. The key thing about Lens is fully agnostic to where the data is stored. So all that is asked for in the contract is the content URL or the link. So you can decide to say, hey, the content lives on IPFS, or the content lives on AAVE, or the content lives over on Amazon S3. Fundamentally, we have left that open to you as the developer to decide, and it is fully flexible to whatever use case you have. Additionally, for smart contract developers, there's ways to extend Lens with modules. There are 3 different hooks where Lens will call out to an external module. The first is the follow module. So the follow module is executed when somebody tries to follow the profile. So if Alan were to try to follow me, all of the data about how he's trying to follow gets forwarded to another contract. And that can be any logic. For example, I can say, Alan, in order for you to follow me, you have to pay me 5 Matic. Or you have to hold a Bored Ape. Or you have to already be following Lens protocol. The logic is fully configurable for you as the developer. Posts and comments have 2 other types of modules. A reference module. This determines whether or not something can be referenced. And that's called on comments and on mirrors. So an example of that is only my followers are allowed to comment on my posts or mirror them. I could also say that only people who hold more than 5 FWB tokens are able to comment on my post or mirror them. And they allow you to restrict access to certain communities. And the last type of module is the collect module. This is how you monetize publications. And again, it is fully configurable to how the developer wants. So if I were to post a really great image of here my time in Mexico City, I can say, hey, I want to create an NFT out of this. I'm issuing 10 of them, and they are 5 Matic each. I could also say these are 10 of them, 1 Matic each, but you can also only collect it if you follow me already. Again, all of the logic is fully configurable, and this is a really awesome place if you're a smart contract developer.
Bien. Si alguien quiere extender el protocolo de Lens, una de las cosas que puede hacer es jugar con los módulos. Tenemos 3 tipos de módulos. El primero que voy a mencionar es el Follow Module, que básicamente cada perfil está vinculado a un Follow Module. Se puede cambiar por el dueño del perfil cuando uno quiera. Por default, básicamente es un smart contract que tiene la lógica que se ejecuta cuando alguien hace una operación de follow sobre tu perfil. Entonces, uno puede usarlo para decidir si la operación de follow se acepta o se rechaza. Entonces, por defecto, la idea es que uno puede seguirte múltiples veces gratis, pero yo podría cambiar ese follow module y poner uno donde, por ejemplo, es un fee follow module, donde yo como dueño del perfil elijo un token y una cantidad, y entonces tienen que pagarme esa cantidad de ese token para permitir que me sigan. Entonces puede ser, no sé, 10 DAI para mintear un follow NFT de mi perfil. Por otro lado, hay dos módulos que se eligen cuando uno hace un post o un comentario, que son el collect module y el reference module. El collect module tiene básicamente la lógica que se ejecuta cuando alguien hace una operación de collect sobre esta publicación. Y también se puede usar para decidir si se aprueba o no la operación. Entonces, una cosa que se puede hacer, por ejemplo, es que el collect module esté contando la cantidad de veces que se hizo una operación de collect sobre este post. Entonces, podemos tener edición limitada. Entonces, yo puedo decir, esta publicación se puede coleccionar solamente 10 veces y lo que hace el collect module es ir contando una vez que pasa de 10, empieza a rechazar todas las operaciones. Por otro lado, el reference module, lo mismo, tiene la lógica, pero en este caso para cuando se hace un comment o un mirror sobre esta publicación. Así que podemos limitar y jugar con qué condiciones hay que seguir para comentar una de mis publicaciones o para hacer un mirror sobre una de esas. Y algo que me gusta mucho es que la mayoría de la gente lo va a probablemente usar para rechazar o aceptar operaciones, pero si pensamos un poco afuera de la caja, podemos también usarlo de repente para integrarnos con DeFi. Entonces, quizás en mi follow module yo voy a estar siempre aceptando que me sigan, pero voy a estar usando esa ejecución para ir a AAVE, fijarme cuál es el token que tiene mejor interés y swapear todo mi colateral a ese token. O sea que se pueden hacer cosas locas y está totalmente queda, digamos, a la creatividad de los devs.
So in addition to the Lens contracts, we also have the Lens API, which is an API service that AAVE Companies is currently offering. And there's part of the benefits we recommend using it for hackathons because it allows you to build Lens apps really, really quickly. There's no need to worry about indexing, querying data, dealing with blockchain reorgs, speed of fetching the data. You don't have to worry about pre-filling contract data. It exposes a Web2 style interface for you to interact directly with the protocol. If you know how to use GraphQL, you're going to feel right at home with the Lens API. Additionally, we have a gasless API that allows applications to pay for gas on behalf of their users. And in addition, today, we turned on a signature-free API that allows users who opt in to allow apps to sign on their behalf, allowing for one-click access, incredibly smooth experiences. Definitely recommend you try them out on some of the Lens apps out today. Additionally, the Lens API integrates more protocols than just Lens. Currently, it allows you to pull data from ENS, Proof of Humanity, POAP, Sybil.org, and today we also added WorldCoin's World ID verification. It allows developers to add data from all of these protocols to make holistic experiences. Support for more protocols is coming, so if you're a protocol and want to work with the Lens API, please come by the booth and chat. We want to make sure we can get everything that causes great experiences to be linked in.
Bien, antes estamos hablando de cómo se puede extender Lens a nivel protocolo, pero si lo que quieren hacer es crear una aplicación arriba de Lens, lo que pueden hacer es simplemente ir y usar la API de Lens. Nuestro equipo hizo una API que básicamente hace que no tengas que preocuparte por indexar los datos. La API está actualmente indexando todos los datos y los expone como una como una API GraphQL. Entonces la idea es que no tengas que tener ninguna información de los contratos, ni lidiar con las firmas, ni nada por el estilo, sino que puedas usar la API de Lens como vienen trabajando hoy con otros servicios Web 2 de la forma tradicional, y de esta forma pueden de todas formas estar interactuando con los contratos de Lens de una forma simple. También hoy lanzamos una feature en la API de Lens que se llama Dispatcher, que permite básicamente que hagan posts y comentarios sin la necesidad de que el usuario final haga una firma. Y la API también soporta gasless, que es a través de metatransacciones el usuario puede hacer cualquier tipo de operación solamente a través de la firma, y la API, digamos, está pagando por el costo de transacción. La API también integra otros protocolos. Cuando uno hace una consulta de un perfil, no solo trae la información de Lens, sino que hoy también está trayendo si tiene INS o no, Proof of Humanity, qué POAPs tiene, si está en civil.org, y hace poco también se terminó la integración con WorkCoin. Así que eso también lo pueden usar en sus frontends. Y la idea es seguir integrando más y más protocolos a lo largo del tiempo.
So one thing we think about is that Lens allows for the building of this thing we call the experience layer, all of these amazing front ends that integrate multiple different protocols to create holistic experiences. And we've seen this a bit today. So for example, AAVE, you can access the AAVE protocol through a variety of different experiences. app.aave.com, Zapper, Rainbow, Instadap, or even the Coinbase dApp browser. And for Lens, we're seeing the same come about. There's Lens Friends, Lenster, Iris, Favor, LensTube. These are all different experiences built with Lens and other protocols, and each is a unique experience. And that's something that we really hope to see when people build front ends with Lens. This is kind of how we think apps are structured when we build Lens apps. There's the blockchain, the base that you're built on. Lens is on Polygon, but there's a ton of other applications over on mainnet Ethereum or Gnosis Chain, Avalanche, Optimism. We all know the various chains. And there's applications that live on top. There's Lens and all of its modules. There's LivePeer, POAP, Proof of Humanity, ENS, all of DeFi like Aave and Yearn. There's this middleware layer that helps developers build apps. The Graph, the Biconomy, as well as the Lens API and Lens.js and other open source package to help people build Lens applications. And then there's the experience layer, the actual place where you go to experience the application, where your users are. So that is things like Lenster XYZ, Lens Friends, LensTube, each of those providing entirely different experiences made by combining applications beneath them, potentially across different chains. And so, we think Lens apps use a bit slightly different structure than most normal ones.
Bien, entonces ahora vamos a hablar un poco de lo que nosotros llamamos la capa de experiencia. Básicamente, en AAVE uno puede ir y interactuar con los contratos de AAVE a través de distintos frontends, y eso le da distintas experiencias y distintas features, como puede ser, no sé, usar el frontend oficial de aave.com, o puede ir y usar Zapper. Con Lens pasa algo similar. Los datos de Lens están todos on-chain y todas las apps que estén en Lens comparten la base de usuarios y el social graph y los posts, pero cada app brinda una experiencia distinta. Por ejemplo, pueden enfocarse más en contenido textual o en contenido basado en videos o en imágenes o todas. Y bueno, LensTube es uno que, por ejemplo, intenta hacer algo como YouTube arriba de Lens, entonces el foco está en videos. Pero, por ejemplo, Lenster tiene el foco en texto, porque es algo más como microblogging, pero aún así muestra los videos que están en LensTube, donde la descripción del video pasa a ser en Lenster como el contenido principal y el video pasa a ser como una media adjuntada junto con el post. Entonces, acá podemos ver un poco cómo es el stack de Lens. Tenemos la capa de blockchain. Hoy en día Lens está en Polygon. Pues tenemos una capa intermedia donde, por ejemplo, podemos encontrar los bridges o oracles, como puede ser la Chainlink o Layer 0. Luego tenemos la capa de aplicación, que es donde viven los contratos de Lens, donde también está LivePeer, está POAP, INS, Proof of Humanity, AAVE y otros protocolos. Luego tenemos otra capa intermedia que a mí me gusta llamarle como la capa de tooling, que básicamente tenemos la API de Lens, tenemos Sepana, que es un buscador que permite filtrar y hacer una búsqueda un poco más interesante sobre el contenido en Lens. De Graph, en caso de que no quieran usar la API de Lens y quieran armar su propio indexer. Y por último, la capa de experiencia, que es lo que estábamos mencionando antes, donde están las distintas aplicaciones arriba de Lens. Eso es todo.
Yeah. We have time for questions. So if people have any questions, you can raise your hand. We'll try to answer as many as we can. In addition, after this talk, we'll be at our booth and also in the back. If people have more technical questions, we're happy to go into in-depth in both English and in Spanish.
Fine.
Yeah. Un segundo.
Hablaban del token o del NFT que se refería al follow de un perfil. Es una pregunta muy sencilla. ¿Este token o este NFT es poseído por el dueño del perfil o el que está siguiendo?
Por el que está siguiendo.
So at the beginning, you told that every profile is an NFT, right? And every follow, it's an NFT too. So as NFT is standard 721 and it's tradable. So imagine I can sell my profile. Is that correct? And
Yeah.
what about the cycle about that? So
Like if you sell your profile,
yeah.
you are selling all your follows too.
Yeah.
Because the follow NFT points to a profile, so you are.
I am
giving,
selling all my profile. So I am selling to another guy or another woman what I am and what I'm built through my behavior, through my social behavior. So what about that?
Yeah, it's the same as if you were to sell like your Twitter account today. They have access to it's you're selling your posts, your reputation. It's just another asset to transfer.
And do you think that is good?
Why not?
I think there's reasons why you would want to transfer. Maybe I want to move from a ledger to a multi-sig, or if I'm a company, I want to move it around between different accounts. I think there's many reasons why you would want transfer and why you would want a marketplace. I don't want to pass judgment on what developers want to build. Like a profile can represent many other things than just my identity. It could represent like a community or a group, and in which case you want that to be transferable.
And I just wanted to know but you already answered it, if there was like some security locks or something like that, preventing that, but I think that there is not, right?
No, I think we as you own your profile, that allows you to sell it too.
Yeah.
So it's up to you. And I don't know. I don't see any a special issue with that, but we can discuss deeply.
but we are not talking like selling a car or selling a computer. We are talking like selling a profile. But that's all, I think. Thank you.
I would highlight that Lens has a lot of different ways for you to keep your profile and your NFTs in a secure wallet while still letting you post and have access from a hot wallet. So the dispatcher functionality as well as meta transaction, you can read a lot about this in our documentation at docs.lens.xyz, allow you to give access to your account without allowing it to be transferred around. So there is security measures in place, but fundamentally, just like in DeFi, you control your assets. With Lens, you control your content, you control your reputation, you control your profile, and yeah.
Hello? Yeah. Okay, my name is Felipe. I have a question about identity and verified identity. How do you handle fake accounts? Considering brands are going to start creating profiles and also celebrities about it, how do you handle someone is not going to try to fake someone else?
So part of it is, Lens is meant to be an unopinionated, agnostic base layer that who is real, who is fake, who is spam is not, those are application level decisions. And we defer to each application to make their own determination. That is part of why in the Lens API we provide information that may be useful. Maybe we can tell you that this profile has been verified by World ID, or this other profile has been verified with proof of humanity. And you can use that as a verification system. Alternatively, you can use your own. Part of Lens being agnostic means we put the control in you, the developer, to determine what you want to show in the experience. And the Lens API is going to give you helper data, but we think it's important that the decision is with the developer, with the front end, to make their own decisions.
I would personally love to see social verification tools built on this hackathon. So feel free to do that.
Hello. I have a question regarding the how do you manage like this algorithm to choose which content you show to which one? So I would like to know more about that.
Yeah, so Lens itself has no concept of algorithms or of how to display them. Lens, all it is a way of having social relationships and content represented on the blockchain. Applications decide how they want to present data. They can use their own they can use whatever their own algorithm is to determine what to show to what users. That is for each application to determine. When we say that it is the experience layer and you're competing with the best UX, that includes having the best algorithms, having the best filtering, and the best recommendations. That's really what the different applications compete on. The API will provide certain basic functions, like you can call for a timeline or you can call for recommendations, and those algorithms have been documented and they're in the docs. I believe the timeline is just reverse chronological order based on people you follow. It's very basic. We encourage you, another great thing to build during this hackathon would be an API that does a more sophisticated timeline query. So again, Lens as a protocol on the base layer doesn't even know what a timeline is. That is for you as like an application to implement.
Okay. Thank you.
Hello. Yeah, very quick. When or how is one going to be able to claim their own handle?
Soon TM. So everyone, if you staked ETH to have your ticket here for ETHMexico, you've now been whitelisted, so you can go to claim.lens.xyz with that wallet. If you're having any issues, yeah.
Awesome, thanks.
Additionally, if you stop by the booth and you get a POAP or you get a POAP from one of the team members, you'll be whitelisted shortly. We intend to go full permissionless as soon as we can. The team is working very hard on it. When Alan is not giving speeches, that's like his #1 smart contract task. So we're hoping very soon.
Hello, I'm considering to create a VR application that works on Lens protocol, so like SNS application on the VR. But I'm wondering how we can access the data. Actually, when I see several implementation, right now they are calling api.lens.dev. So is the data available via smart contract, or we need to use a REST API for that?
No, you can use the API, or you can build your own indexer if you want.
So basically, data is not available via smart contract, but it's available via REST API.
So it's in the data is of it, like, you know, fundamentally when you think of like what a Lens publication is, it's a transaction on chain that just says in this place of state, you know, on this index, this is what a publication is, and it has a content URI. So there needs to be some software that will run through all of the various transactions and kind of assemble a relational structure.
Yes.
We offer an API. There's also the graph. There is Lens.js. There's a bunch of different solutions. Alternatively, you can run your own indexer. The data is available on chain. You just have to know how to query it properly.
Is it on Polygon chain or
Polygon?
Okay.
Yeah. Basically, the smart contracts are not good for complex queries. So it's good for random access, but it's just that. So the contracts are like emitting events of every like meaningful operation, and then you can build your own indexer to index those events and reconstruct the data, which is basically what our API is doing.
So it's like you're providing something similar to the graph is doing as well, right?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Gracias.